Hello everyone, the Jolly Rogers here. Thank you for watching. We just want to make sure you know there is a PayPal link down in the description if you would like to tip us anytime that this show is going on. Also, there are links down below for you to buy any and all of our albums. You can also find us streaming everywhere. Thank you very much. Enjoy the show. Good day! That's right. In a few short moments, just a few short moments, you are going to see a Jolly Roger show! That's right. But before I do that, it's a very special time. It's a very special. Oh, hey, mate!
It's a special time.
It's a special.
I don't want to miss the special time.
Don't miss the special time because it's time for me to tell
the show.
them a joke.
Hey, joke time.
Joke time. But actually.
Why? I'm getting ready for joke time.
Well, here's the thing.
What happened?
I'm not going to tell a joke this time.
I'm not going to tell a joke this
I'm not
time.
going to tell a joke. No, seriously. I am not. No, in all seriousness, I'm not going to tell a joke this time because, here's the thing. So I heard this story the other day, and to be honest, it was really moving, frankly. And this story really affected me. I actually found it very inspirational, to be honest with you. So I just wanted to tell it to you. The audience out here, just because I think it's important for people to hear, because I think it says a lot, especially in these times, right? Yeah. So, basically, there's a couple, husband and wife, they've been for a long time. They've been trying to start a family, and it hasn't been going as well as they'd hoped. They were starting to think maybe they weren't going to be able to do that. And then one day they find out she's pregnant. So yay! They're going to be a family. They are so excited. This is what they've wanted more than anything, So time goes on. Everything's going fine. And, we get to the point where it's time to have the baby, So she goes into labor. And they head off to the hospital. They rush to the hospital. Now I should very quickly tell you that this actually took place a little while back. So this was before everybody was finding out the gender, ahead of time and all this kind of thing. And it was also before, the father would be in the delivery room with the mother, with his wife, so this was before all that, so kind of, back then, so they go rush into the hospital, and they get in there, and they take her, and they get into the delivery room, and the man, he's just, waiting in the waiting room, and so he's just, doing his thing, kind of pacing up and down, and he's just kind of, wanting to, he's got all this nervous energy. Again, this is what they've been looking forward to for years, and finally it's here. And so he's nervous, and he's waiting, and even though he's nervous, it does seem to be taking longer than he thinks it probably should, and he knows that he's nervous, and so every single moment is like, what's happening? So he gets that, but it still feels like longer than it should be taking, and that time just keeps stretching longer and longer, and now, to a point where he's starting to get worried, right? And he's, at one point he left the waiting room. He's looking out in the hallway, and this was one where he started really, he didn't see anybody. There was only, at one point he saw a nurse, and she was like almost running by him to get into the delivery room area, which of course made him even more nervous. He doesn't know what's going on, and it's been a long time, and now he's genuinely concerned, and there's no one that he can ask, there's no one he can talk to, so he's not, he's just, and so finally, the doctor comes around the corner, walking down to the waiting room, and it's finally the doctor, so the doctor comes in, and he says, well, I just want to tell you, that you've had a boy. And so at first, all of that concern and everything, it just washes away because he would have been thrilled, boy or girl, he didn't matter. He wanted a child. His wife wanted a child. That's what's the important thing. But if he was to be honest, he was hoping for a son, you know, because, you know, he had such a wonderful relationship with his father, and they were close, and he wanted to do all the same things that his dad did with him with his own son, that kind of thing. And so he was like, yes, a son, yes, you know, and all this kind of thing. But that's when he noticed there's this look on the doctor's face that is not the look you want on your doctor's face, right, when he's giving you news. And the doctor, you know, once, you know, kind of has the man's attention again, the doctor's like, but there's been a complication. Which, all that happiness, and now it sinks, right? It sinks. And so the doctor says, your son was born without any arms. And so the man, he's just, you know, oh no. You know, I mean, he's just like, and at first he's not even processing it, you know, I mean, he's just kind of, you know, what does that even mean? You know, he's just trying to, you know, and the doctor, you know, kind of puts his hand on the man's shoulder, and he's like, and he was born without any legs. And the man, you know, oh my God, you know, the man is almost, you know, like the strength is going out of his legs, you know, he's like, oh my, you know, and the doctor kind of puts his arm around him to help support him, you know, and that's when the doctor says, you know, and he was born without a torso. And well, I mean, it's rare. It's rare. That doesn't happen often. But I mean, you know, it's bad. I mean, this is horrible. The man cannot believe the news. I mean, this joyous event. This was supposed to be this joyous event, and now it's all come crashing down. And the man doesn't know what to do. And he's just kind of stunned. And he says, well, you know, and the doctor asks him, would you like to see your son? And the man's like, well, yeah, I'd like to see him, please. And so the doctor leads him over to the, you know, then there's a hallway with the window, and you look in and you see the babies all in there, you know, and there's his son, laying right there, you know, on a pillow. And he sees his son, and here's the thing. And in this moment, you know, there are men out there. We know that there are men out there that, given this kind of situation, given this kind of challenge, given this kind of just, you know, the weight of all this, that they would have run. They would have, you know, that's it. I can't handle this, and been gone. But here's the thing. In that moment. This man, no, he didn't run. He stepped up to the plate. In that moment, he swore. He swore that it didn't matter. That didn't matter at all. That was his son. And he was going to do everything in his power to give his son as much love and care and attention. He was going to be the best father he could be for his son. Who cares about the rest? Who cares? And you know, for years, you know, after, you know, first they brought the child home, and, you know, they might go out for a walk or something like that, and people would be staring like, what's that? You know, because there they would be, you know, walking along. He'd be walking along with his son, you know, under his arm, you know, and you know, this, and people would be, but after a while, everyone got used to it. Everyone got used to it. This is what they're normally used to seeing. And pretty soon it was a real thing. Everyone was really happy because they'd see him walking along through the park or whatever. It's like, hey, you know, this kind of thing. Well, so anyway, so fast forward, right? So it's the kid's 21st birthday. It's the kid's 21st birthday. And there's all these things that the father wanted to do with his son and that he wasn't able to do. He couldn't play catch with his son. He couldn't, you know, they couldn't do sports. They couldn't go fishing. You know, none of those father-son things. And but there was one thing that he could do. He could take his son out for his first drink. Take him out for his first drink. Okay. Right? So he takes him in to the local bar. And like I said, by this point, everyone's used to seeing them together. And everybody knew his 21st birthday, all this kind of thing. So he walks in, and everyone's like, hey, you know, the bartender, he doesn't really react that much. When they come walking in through the door. He's just kind of, you know, cleaning the glass. You know, like bartenders do, you know, hey, you know, so they go in, they sit down, and he's like, sit down at the bar, and the father kind of announces to the bar, he's like, hey, everybody, hey, it's my son's 21st birthday. He's gonna have his first drink today. I'm buying him his first drink. And the bar's like, yeah, all right, you know, and so he orders a drink, the bartender gives the drink, you know, and the bartender's not You know, yay, 21st birthday. Bartender's like, cleaning the glass, whatever. You know, it's odd, but yeah, it's okay. So he probably sees this kind of thing all the time. I don't know. But yeah, so he hands the drinks over, and so the dad takes his drink, and he takes the kid's drink, and he just kind of you know, pours a little bit into his son's mouth. He pours it a little bit in his son's mouth, and suddenly something happens. Something at the taste of that drink, and the kid starts going like this. Some weird stuff starts happening. It's weird. It's crazy. No one knows what's happening. The father's getting a little worried when all of a sudden a torso. What? A torso just appeared. Pop, a torso. And the bar is stunned. As you can imagine, everyone in the bar is just like, what did we just see? It's a miracle. It's something. What did we just see? You know, everyone's like, oh my God. The bartender, oddly, he's just kind of sitting there, just like polishing the glass. Still, just seen this happen, and he's polishing the glass. I don't know, but everyone else in the bar, and finally, someone in the back of the bar. To this day, we don't know who it was, but this person says, take another drink. Take another drink,
sure.
and pretty soon a few other voices. Take another drink.
Yeah.
Take another drink, and the father's like, yeah, let's try it. So he takes the glass, and very, very gingerly. I mean, his son, he's very gingerly, gives his son another sip of the drink, and the son's like this, and then pop. Out come two arms.
Holy moly.
Two arms. At this point, the bar goes crazy. The bar is going crazy. Everyone in the bar is like, they're freaking out. It's amazing. They are witnessing a miracle. It's astounding. The bartender. What has this man seen in his life that this does not affect him? He's just polishing the glass. I don't know. But everybody else in the bar, they are freaking out. They're going crazy. Like you would, like I would, like anyone would. And now, it doesn't require just one guy in the back. Everybody in the bar, take another drink. Take another drink. That's right. And so the father's like, yes. Oh my God, yes. Thank you. So he gets the drink, pours the drink into the boy's mouth, and all of a sudden, plop, 2 legs. Yes. 2 legs. Yes. Oh my God. The entire bar, they're cheering. They're freaking out. The father, he is on his knees. He's thanking God. He's like, oh, thank you. Thank you. The bartender, he's just polishing the glass. I don't know. What is this? Is there something wrong with this man that he's not just exultant over this entire situation? He can't believe it. He can't believe it. The entire bar, they're freaking out. They're going crazy. And the son. Imagine, if you will, were this boy, this young man, not boy, this young man. His whole life, he's just been confined, right? Just to a little cushion. That's right, but now there he is, in his brand new body. That's right, the entire world, everything, all possibilities are now open to him. Possibilities, vistas of opportunity that he never thought would be his are now ready and waiting out there just for him to reach out and take with his new arms, his new hands. Oh my God. Well, he's on the bar. He's from the bar. He gets up. The boy, the young man, he gets up. These are new legs. So he's shaking. He's shaky, but he's doing this. He's standing on his own. The whole bar, they're freaking out. They're going crazy. He's taking his first steps. They're there to see him take his first steps. The bartender, just polishing the glass. What? I don't know, but who cares about the bartender? The boy's taking his first steps, and he starts walking. He starts walking like this. He's shaky, but he's doing it. Right. He's walking towards the door of the bar. He's gonna make it. He's gonna go out there. He's gonna do it. He's waiting. The entire bar, they're freaking out. They're going crazy. And the boy's like this. He reaches out an unsteady hand. Remember, this is the first time he's used it. The first time he's used it. Yes. That's right. And he reaches, and he grabs the doorknob. He fumbles with it a little bit. But the bar's cheering him. He's got the entire bar behind him. No one's helping him. No, they want him to do it because they know he wants to be the one to do it. And he does. He finally opens the door. And the sun, the warmth of the sun on his new body.
Yes.
He's never felt it before. He's like, bathing in the light. It's ecstasy. It's amazing. It's wonderful. And he sees this whole world, this whole new world in ways that he's never seen it before. That's right. And he's standing there in the doorway, in the threshold, not just to the bar, not just to the world, but to his life. And he starts walking slowly, ungainly, but he's getting stronger by the moment, stronger by the moment. He walks out. He walks. He's walking. He walks into the street. He walks into the street, and he's hit by a truck, and he dies. He dies. The boy's father drops to his knees. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
The entire bar. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No.
The bartender. He's just sitting there polishing the glass. He's just polishing the glass after all of this. After everything that he's seen, he's just polishing the glass. The bartender looks up and says, well, guess he should have quit while he was ahead. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, it was a joke. All right, who wants some music? Who's ready for some humor? Who's ready for...
Well, that's all the time we have. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I just... What? Okay. I just...